Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please give a like, subscribe, and share any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Boston Celtics lost to the Golden State Warriors 118-112 last night in TD Garden. The Warriors got a good lead in the first half, playing really aggressively, but the Celtics matched them in the second half and made it a good game. There's a lot I want to unpack here, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come to the house. And the Celtics, of course, in this game, the big thing is how the Warriors defended them. They played aggressively and they trapped and blitzed a lot of the Celtics pick and rolls. But this play here on the first play of the game, right, the Warriors did not blitz / trap the first two pick and rolls. So here we got some ram action. We got Al setting the screen for Drew Holiday. He's gonna come set the ball screen and he's gonna slip out of it really quickly. I can only assume that the Celtics knew that the Warriors were gonna play some type of aggressive pick and roll coverage, because the first play of the game they come out and Drew just slips the screen, right, and this causes a 2-on-1 situation between Drew and Queta against Trayce Jackson-Davis, and it's a loud play. Alright, so here the Celtics go to the same exact action on that side. You got Al with the screen, the ram action, you got Al with the screen, so Drew can go set the ball screen, but then they turn it into a pick and roll with Jason Tatum. And something that the Warriors did a lot in this game was they changed coverages possession to possession. Of course, the blitzes and the traps couldn't get a lot of talking time, but the Warriors, there were some possessions where they just stopped and they caused some indecision by the Celtics. But the first two pick and rolls that JT was involved in, he made quick decisions. Those were two jump passes, so we get into a pick and roll with Queta here. Queta had an excellent game, and this is probably the only negative clip that he'll have. There's only probably a couple things that people would rather have Luke Cornett in over Queta. The main one is just the short roll and the decision making as a passer. Luke, that's probably his greatest quality, and Queta still had to work on that and play more games in the NBA. And the Celtics just push and pace even after a miss, just not in transition, not just on turnovers. They can play fast and they're really effective when they do play fast. We saw how effective that was in the Atlanta game. Blew Atlanta out almost by 30 in fast break points. Here, a 2-on-1, and the Celtics get 3. All right, so beyond the first two pick and rolls that Tatum was involved in, those were two really quick decisions and they led to good shots for the Celtics. He wasn't so quick to make these decisions at the end of the first quarter, and yeah, he had 3 turnovers in the second quarter. He had 4. He did not have another turnover in the second half, and a lot of that was getting him off of the ball, right? So here he's posted up. He's not in a pick and roll where the defense can focus on him the entire possession, right? He's in a post position and he's in a position where the cleanest read is right next to him. I'm not saying Tatum, like, the game has to be simpler for Tatum, but I felt it would just make the game easier, right? Especially in this context where they're trying to get him off the ball. So him becoming a screener in the second half and doing things like that really helped us. All right, so this is just one of the effects of the Warriors trap / blitz defense. They played a lot in this game. So we've seen how Drew just slipped out of the screen because, to my knowledge, I believe that they knew that the Warriors were going to try to play really aggressive pick and roll defense. So if that's still happening, I'm believing that Tatum thought Al was going to get out of this quicker because he just throws it without even looking at Al, but he's just like expecting Al to already be out of the screen, which is cool, right? I think that is the right play, because when somebody's trapping or blitzing you, you need to make the right decision as quick as possible. So Al kind of held on the screen a little bit too long. Tatum just floats it up for him, and then we get a turnover. All right, so even though this didn't end in points, I like this action. So we got Luke setting the back screen for Horford, and then they're going to get directly into the stagger action for Sam Hauser. I feel like stagger action and Spain PNR and plays where they weren't on ball screens but off ball screens, those were our most effective offensive plays, and those got us the best amount of space to operate, and we'll see a lot of that in the second half. And here we have a blitz / trap forcing a turnover. The Warriors did a nice job like using active hands, crowding our passing lanes and our passing vision. We've seen teams try to do these lazy traps on Jason Tatum and just come up lollygagging, hands low, and they just get killed. But the Warriors were really aggressive up to the level of the screen and just really attacking our ball handlers and, again, having active hands. And of course, one of my favorite action that the Celtics run is, of course, Spain PNR. If you've been around the channel, you know this, that the Celtics love this play. And it's gotten to a point where it's unstoppable because the opposing team is screaming out the Celtics action, but there's just so many options on this play, and there's just so many ways that the Celtics can get a shot off of this. This is just the traditional way. Of course, you got the on-ball screen by Cornett, and this player is almost usually Sam Hauser. There will be a wrinkle in the second half, which I liked. And this is going to be a back screen, but he just goes out of it because they're expecting it to happen. Like, he sees that they know it's happening. So I'm not going to actually set the screen. I'm going to just go out. The Celtics, of course, have a read and react offense. They do a great job of not being robots, and they just take what the defense gives them, and it gives them a 3. And this is why I say this play is unguardable, because you can use the defense knowing this play against them, right? So again, the first time they knew the play was coming, they still gave up a 3, right? Watch Kevon, right? He's going to back all the way up because he knows that the pass screen is coming. But in doing so, if Kornet sets a good screen on the primary defender, Jason Tatum has infinite space for a pull-up 3. And again, there's just so many things you have to worry about. You got to worry about the back screen, which of course they're doing here. You got to worry about Sam Hauser coming out after the back screen, but the first thing you got to worry about is Jason Tatum, and he has infinite space here, which causes Hill to jump, and he gets the N1. And the Celtics run Spain PNR again. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know what I'm saying. But they tried again, and again, this is what I was talking about. The Warriors just showing different looks, possession by possession. They just ran Spain PNR 3 times. They got great looks and scores on the first 2 times, but this time they just go right at Jason Tatum, right? They just go right at him, and they force, I think the Warriors actually had a foul in this play, but this is still good defense to me. Now, the only thing that was pretty consistent as far as like their looks in the pick and roll was that if Curry was a part of it, he was hedging and he was getting back. Now, hedging is a good way to just impede the path of the handler just for a little bit so your guy can get back. But the hedger can be used as a screen to his own teammate if they get discombobulated in their direction. And you see here Curry gets spun around a little bit, and Andrew has to navigate not hitting Curry, which opens up the 3 for Jason Tatum. And Stephen Curry was phenomenal on both ends of the floor in this game. He had 27 points. He was a great facilitator early on in this game too. And he just, whoa, was that boy out of bounds when he touched that ball? Hold on, Slime. They ain't catch this. That's crazy. But yeah, so no, Curry was amazing in this game. I think he also had 4 steals along with those 27 points and those assists. And this is just an amazing play. So he gets the steal on Drew Holiday, penetrates. Of course, he's going to draw a lot of attention in the left-handed pass in the air to Moses Moody for the corner 3. All right, so the Celtics are down 14 at this point, right? Something that really shifted the energy was the offensive rebounding. The Celtics came out, they used Tatum as a screener more, they got him off ball, so he's not the center of attention, and to take away like a lot of the blitzing and trapping that was happening, right? Along with that, the offensive rebounding, right? The Celtics had 1 offensive rebound in the first half. The Warriors had 6. This resulted in the Warriors shooting 9 more shot attempts than the Celtics. They got 9 more opportunities at shots than the Celtics did, and that's not a good discrepancy that you want to have. But on this play, we got a very important 2-play stretch by Drew Holiday. If we don't get these buckets on these plays, this lead could have went to 20 very easy, and Drew bails us out right here. And we got Drew making this play here. We got an angle pick and roll between him and Al Horford. Moses Moody ices the screen, forces it to the baseline, but Drew drags it out. Al Horford pops and hits the 3. All right, so again, the Celtics 8 offensive rebounds in the third quarter, 8 times more than they had the whole first quarter. And here we got them in a pick and roll. We got Queta and Tatum, and of course they're gonna blitz, trap Tatum. The short roll of Queta draws Moses Moody over. A good pass by Tatum to Derek White, and again, the corner crashes. How big have these been to our success, right? The corner crashes from Sam Hauser, from our guards Drew Holiday and Derek White. They specialize in this. It's a big part of our offense and getting second chance opportunities, and we get one there. And this was just such a beautiful possession. So we got Queta slipping this screen, trying to get out quickly because he knows that the Warriors are trapping Saz Bliss and Tatum. Tatum hits him on the short roll this time, and Derek White gets the same exact good pass by Queta, all in one motion, not coming down with the ball, but just firing it right out to Derek White. He gets the same exact shot he does, but watch our guards again. Drew Holiday, corner crash. It's so important that your guards can offensive rebound because point guards are the least likely people to box out, you know what I'm saying? And then again, Derek White, right? So if you think about like the opposing team, the people that's really boxing out, of course, is their big man. Like Draymond Green is a guy that's gonna box out more often than not. Trey Jackson-Davis is a guy that's gonna box out more often than not. But is Steph Curry gonna box out? You don't really know. And then this just caused a chain reaction that's held this ball movement. Pass, swing, pump fake, drive. Derek White is gonna make a good rim read in the corner. Another one-handed jump pass, and Tatum gets a wide open 3. All right, so we got some ram action into a step-up screen, and the ram screen by Payton caused some confusion between Draymond Green and Gary Payton Jr., caused him to lag behind. A step-up screen to the baseline by Neemias Queta. He's also a phenomenal screener. That causes Wiggins to lag behind, and this opens the threat of Jason Tatum and his pull-up 3 game, which causes Gary Payton to leave paint pressure. We get an open 3, and watch this corner right here. The corner crashes. Curry is aware of it at this point, but Hauser just works around him, and we get a foul. And again, we get another loose ball foul. Jordan Walsh right here just flying in for the offensive rebound, and Gary Payton just shoulders him. And as I said in the second half, the Celtics look to use Tatum more off the ball, get him coming off actions, and as a screener. We're running Spain PNR. This is the first time I've seen Tatum this season be the shooter in this action, right? So he comes off and he gets a wide open three. A good screen by Cornet, and he just gets a wide open three. But again, I'm telling you, when the Celtics came out of the halftime locker room, or the halftime talk, the energy picked up so well. The offensive rebound activity, Payton saves it, and he hits a three. And if you haven't seen my Queta video already, I'm gonna put that somewhere so you can watch it. But here, Queta setting a strong screen on Kyle Anderson, forcing the Warriors to switch. And here it looks like he's gonna come set the screen for Payton Pritchard to come off of. But the good offensive awareness by Queta, just knowing how the defense is playing them, nobody is attached to him. So what does he do? Steps right to the basket and a post on Kevon Looney. Now listen, if you know me, if you follow me on Twitter, or you just know me before I started this YouTube stuff, like talking about basketball, you know how much I love Robert Williams. Robert Williams is my favorite player of all time. Please don't laugh. I'm dead serious. One of the more exciting players I've ever watched. And I will never compare a big man to Robert Williams. And I'm not doing that now. But this particular play is a carbon copy. I'm going to put the play up, right? The same player blocked, the same shot in TD Garden with the left hand. That is a supreme athletic play by Neemias Queta, and he showed that all night. All right, we got some more Ram action from the Celtics. We got Derek White setting the off-ball screen for Al Horford to come set the on-ball screen. They switch it with Gary Payton, and then we get a pop from Al Horford, the swing to Drew Holiday, the pump fake on Draymond, and the easy lay. And the Killer Will offense really picked up in the fourth quarter. They were hunting Buddy Hield, trying to get him on as many actions as they could. And here we got Tatum screening right here, locking up Hield, making him guard him, and here he just gets the bag work. And I love when we're maximizing Tatum's efficiency, right? Getting him the ball in places where he can just go to work instantly right there on the wing against Buddy Hield. Again, using that shoulder, that's a phenomenal play by Tatum. So here again, we got the screen, hunting Buddy Hield. He's the seal in the situation. And then watch the jab, the right there. That got Buddy Hield off his feet. The power, he got stronger, so much stronger. People say that it affects his shot. You know, it is what it is, but you got to use it if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So that bump knocks Hield off, which makes him feel like he has to recover recklessly. He jumps, Tatum with the step through, and then one. And just like offensive rebounding got the Celtics back into this game, the Warriors continue to get offensive rebounds in this game, and that is what iced it for them. It is hard to defensive rebound in air ball because you're trying to box out guys and you don't really expect it to air ball. But Kevon Looney has been doing this a long time. He knows where the ball is going on these rebounds, and he gets one right here. And yeah, it was just a bad way to end the game. I'm not too upset at the loss, but just they got 3 straight offensive rebounds in like 2 possessions, and here Tatum just ball watching. I ain't gonna talk about this too long. I might scrub this from the tape, but Hill hits the dagger 3. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it in everyone as you can. Just shoot out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.